What's up, you guys? I'm here with a new video today. I apologize for the lack of content. Just been really busy as of late. I'm actually almost done for the semester. I'm finishing up in a couple weeks. I've just been really focusing on, keeping my grades strong and everything. But I had to make a video on this. Once again, I'm always, the last channel to, update these things. But I always have my own little flavor that I give to these videos. I'm here to talk about what I honestly think just may be, like, the end. Like, it's getting to the point where the game is just getting so ridiculously overpowered and so crazy that a lot of people I honestly think are going to quit. And I've always been the channel and always been the player to say, never quit Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm still saying that. I'm still going to find a way to, argue that when cards like this are released, there's always ways around them, and there is. But as of late, Konami's been really releasing a lot of just really ridiculously overpowering cards. I'm not even going to use the word broken because that term is tossed around way too much, but this card is really just over the top when it comes to overpoweredness. Soul Charge. You guys already know what it does. It's literally just a rekindling for anybody. You just pay, 1,000 life points per monster. And a lot of channels already made this. Nim Nim made a great video about this, and he put it simply: people don't care about life points. Not if it means you're going to win. People are trying to argue that Soul Shard is a balanced card. It is not a balanced card. There is no way this is a balanced card. It's like, okay, you may not be able to conduct your battle phase. You may be able to respond with Bottomless and Torrential, but you know what? They're one-ofs. If you draw them, good for you. If you don't, then, you're probably going to lose. It's the fact that you can just do absolutely crazy combos with this, and it's insane that a card like this is being released. I might as well just read you guys the text. If anyone doesn't know about this card, I mean, I don't know what's been going on. I think people have been sleeping under a rock if you haven't heard about this. But targeting any number of monsters in your graveyard, special summon them, and if you do, lose 1,000 life points for each monster special summon by this effect. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card. You can only activate one soul charge per turn. Thank God you can only activate one per turn. That'd be pretty ridiculous. If you just did some more crazy plays, like after you XYZ'd or you synchroed or you did some shit and then did it again, like it's ridiculous. Um, a lot of people are saying that this card, I think this card should be E-banned. I was talking to my boy Jerry, my boy Joey. I've been talking to everybody. Like, this card, I think, is just almost E-ban worthy because, not since Stein has there been a card like so overpowered that they should be E-banned. Now people are gonna say, "Oh, the Dragon Rulers." The Dragon Rulers were their own archetype. That was another crazy concoction Konami came up with. But this card is just literally ridiculous. It's a normal spell card. There's no restraints to this card, and if that's not enough to get you guys to understand like how ridiculous this card is, here's a little thread that you guys can look at: how to do a turn one shooting Quasar Dragon. I'll have this in the description below in case you guys don't pause the video or anything. But this is the description of how you get a two-card shooting Quasar Dragon combo with Soul Charge and Lone Fire Blossom. Pretty ridiculous. So in a nutshell, I think this card should be banned. I don't think this card should have ever been printed. I posted this on Facebook. This card should be e-banned. It should be, it should never have been printed. The idea of it should never have been, brought to the light. But it's insane that they are making this card. Jeff Jones has a video on his channel showing just how ridiculous this card is in Heretics. You can read his little description. He built the deck in 5 minutes, has no idea what the deck does, but just because this card is so overpowered, you're able to just absolutely gain so much advantage against your opponent that it's absolutely ridiculous. You can imagine just the combos you can do, recycling your atoms and doing stuff over and over and over again just in a deck like that. Imagine Infernities. Imagine decks that just rely on, just multiple monsters. Like, any deck is going to be absolutely ridiculous. And then think about Pendulum Summoning. This card is going to do so much for Pendulum Summoning. Like, there's enough derpiness in Pendulum Summoning as it is. This card just adds to the fire. So basically it's just more fuel to the fire. Which makes me really wonder, what's going on with the game these days, what's going to happen, this Nationals is gonna suck. Like, honestly, if they don't do something about this card, if people are playing plants or they're finding a way to, just play Quasar in the deck, it's gonna come down to die roll once again, who goes first, and then if you can make the shooting Quasar with this card and Lone Fire Blossom, then you just pretty much win, because it's very hard to answer a shooting Quasar Dragon. There are several outs, but you have to draw them too. So, anyways, leave your thoughts in the comments below. I know a lot of people have talked about this card, talked about these combos and everything. I just wanted to give my 2 cents. I'm really, blown away by the card, not in a good way, but just the fact that they had to make something so ridiculously overpowered that the game, I honestly don't think is, the game hasn't been the same for years, and now they're just, it's like another nail in the coffin to how ridiculous our game is getting. And it is kind of sad to see that cards like this are getting printed that just give so much power to everything. But that's the way this game is. So we'll see how people adapt. We'll see how the meta shifts, and we'll see what decks. Pretty much any deck can abuse this card. So outside of if you're playing Quasar and Plants or whatever it is, there's going to be plenty of other decks that abuse this card. So we'll see what happens in the upcoming future. I'll be having a lot more videos coming, you guys. I have a couple more features I'm doing. In case people are wondering why I've been featuring so many different channels, I am trying to help a lot, like smaller YouTube channels get boosted and get their subs up to what they deserve. Thank you guys for the 18,000 subs. I haven't mentioned that in a video, but thank you guys so much. I'm getting closer and closer to my 20,000 goal. Really excited about that. The next great YuGi-Tuber competition is starting soon. I posted a video about that via Underworld667, so be sure you guys check that out. I will be helping out with that. I am available on Facebook if you guys need advice for that, so don't hesitate to ask. I won't give you guys a direct answer, but I will give you helpful tips in order to be successful in that competition. But anyways, that's all I got to say about this video. Once again, shout out to my boy Joey and my boy Jerry Beans, man. I promise I'll give him a shout out in this video. It's just this card is just too much. Like I don't even know. It gives me a headache just thinking about it. But if you look over Facebook, 90% of Facebook stories are all about this card. So that should say it right there. And someone put it the best. If there is a card that can make a turn one shooting Quasar Dragon with nothing but itself and another monster, that's how you should know this card is pretty overpowered. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs it up if you enjoyed it. If you want me to do more card discussions, I can. It's not something I normally do on my channel, but I am open to doing it and adding new segments to my channel as we continue to progress here on YouTube. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.